Hello, this is Dave Maddock with Maddock and Associates, here to talk about the Washington State Provider Access Line and Assessment. This will be a very quick presentation, give you a brief overview of what the Provider Access Line is, talk about the tax, how to pay the tax, and additional resources. So Maddock and Associates, we're your benefits broker. We're here to help you out with all employee benefit issues, including shopping your benefits, getting you the best value, communicating your benefits, helping resolve claims issues, as well as helping you stay on top of all the compliance and regulation. That's what we're doing here today. So the Provider Access Line. The Provider Access Line is a fund providing funding to maintain certain psychiatry and behavioral science consultation and referral lines overseen by the Washington State Healthcare Authority. So to pay for this, they're going to tax insurance companies and people that provide health insurance based on who's insured. This is funding based on Washington law WAC 182.110.0100. As I mentioned, the tax is assessed on insured population to be paid by insurance companies and employers who have level funded or self-funded plans. I think they thought about when setting up this tax mainly to tax insurance companies, but the way the law is written, it trickles down to anybody on a self-insured plan, even if it's a small plan with as little as 5 lives, which some people have. So many types of level or self-funded plans would include things like All Savers, Cigna, OmniTrade, and those types of plans. So as I mentioned, the tax is going to be assessed on health insurance companies, and that's who's going to be paying most of it. That's who covers most of the people. It also covers self-funded people, and it covers all plans. Even if their plan is set up outside of Washington, they're still required to pay this tax on everybody that lives in Washington. So I imagine there's going to be some out-of-state providers caught off guard by this tax. There's been very little education or promotion on this tax. The goal is to collect about $4 million a year, and so currently the tax is set at 13 cents per member per month. So the reporting started with the quarter ending June 30th. However, there was no tax associated with reporting that quarter, and if you did not report, like most didn't, there's no penalty for not reporting. So the mandatory reporting starts beginning with the quarter ending September 30th, and that's going to be due November 15th. So this is going to be a quarterly tax due 14 days after the end of the quarter. So that'd be November 15th is the first one that's due. We actually have to pay something. February 15th, May 15th, and August 15th. So that's for the next quarter, and it will continue indefinitely. There's more guidance is needed to know whether or not there'll be penalties for non-compliance. On the frequently asked questions on the WPALfund.org website, it addresses paying late, and it does not express any specific penalty for paying late, just asks that people pay. And Kids Vax is actually the company that's collecting this tax, and they say they're going to report non-compliant payers to the Healthcare Authority and the Office of Insurance Commissioner. So it looks like they're really going to just focus on enforcing this on insurance companies. However, we do recommend anybody that is subject to this tax to go ahead and pay it. So how to pay the tax, it's pretty simple. You're going to go to the WPALfund.org website, click on the For Payers, choose Reporting. You're going to set up a new user. You're going to input your company information. The entity type for most people that are going to have to do it themselves will be self-funded. And if you're not a self-funded or level funded plan, the insurance company will do it for you. And you won't have to worry about this. So you have to input the administrative contact, the executive contact, select the quarter you're filing for, enter your covered lives, and then pay the fee. Process should be pretty quick. I'm going to go ahead and open up the web browser and show you how this works. So you go to the WPLfund.org website, under Payers, click Reporting. You're going to click New User and set up a username and password. I've already done that with a test account. When you sign in, it will have the instructions. You know, just continued the assessment. And as I mentioned, they said that there's not a penalty or not, don't worry about if you didn't pay for April or submit for April through June, there was no tax. July through September is the first actual tax. So for the first one, you choose that. It shows the fees 13 cents and it's due by November 15th. You'll need to put in your payer information, which is going to be your company. You're going to be self-insured. Administrative contact, that's generally the person who handles the benefits. Executive contact would be the president. That could be the same as the administrative contact. And then it's going to have you go through and put in the number of people for each quarter. So ages 0 through 18, they want that broken out separately from people 19 through 64, and then ages 65 and older. So these are all going to be who's actually enrolled in the plan. So it'd obviously be both employees and family members. So in this example, this is 100, this company or plan, I should say, has 124 members. Usually that would vary month to month. It's the same. And the tax adds up to be just under $50. You'll notice there's a typo in this website. This sum, it has a $sign. That's actually just the total sum of members. They multiply that by 13 cents to get the tax. And then what you've got here is the basically the breakdown, this sort of receipt. And then you're going to want to mail a check with this to the WPAL fund, or you can use the wire information to do it that way. I also have an option to click and print a remittance form to make it easy to print out. And then you're done. So more resources, if you have questions, the website's got a good FAQ, has a lot more information about the tax. And then they have a contact us, which has phone numbers, fax, and email to get a hold of them. All right. Hope you found this useful. Any questions, give us a call. We're at 800-875-4490.